Recent research shows students with ASD from Hispanic and Latino backgrounds are lagging behind other groups on the spectrum in seeking and completing post-secondary education programs like college or technical college. It is never too early to start to prepare your student for a path to college or university success, but there are steps you as a parent need to take to make sure they are ready and to know how to get the supports needed to thrive. These mothers have agreed to provide advice for parents to take early in their child's education to make sure the stage is set for success after high school. Listen for tips and ideas you can act on today.
Academics are extremely important, but it's not the only thing. We need to work on all the areas. It is extremely important for them to develop self-advocacy, self-determination, functional skills, explore careers and also develop skills for employment.
I think post-secondary has to start the moment they enter high school. That is very important because that time goes by like that. And it's like the same time, I remember one of the things I learned from early on, when my son was in elementary school, I was already planning high school. So I already knew that I wanted him to graduate with a regular diploma. And by having that goal, I knew what I needed to do as a parent to help him get there. So we always have to be thinking ahead.
I never had anything in Spanish. They always gave me the information in English. I always was told about Alan's progress and everything in English. Now that I think about that, I never had anything in Spanish. Parents do need more information in Spanish because great majority of them, they don't speak English. They're not bilingual, and that's how their kids sit back.
I wish I could go back in time, but I can't. I don't think I even knew what to expect. So even for parents, I think it's important to know high school, ton of support services, right? They had the structure. Antonio knew, hey, I've got to go to, English, I've got math. He kind of knew, or he did know, what he was supposed to do and where he was supposed to go. Going into college, they're completely independent. They're left with no support services, or if there is, they don't know how to obtain those or access that. And as a parent, I wish I would have had a power of attorney immediately. I learned the hard way. Antonio turned 18 a week after he went to college. So I was removed also from assisting in that way.
Ask the right questions. What are my options? What is my child options? What is out there for my child? Start investigating, contact CARD, contact the different agencies, or do research in the internet. There is a lot of resources out there.
It was part and part, but I did the biggest part was from me. Like Alan, my son, did end up enrolling here because I searched for the school.
I would have liked to have known that the exact same field or program of study at two different colleges could be completely different.
I would have liked to have known about the Garner program because he graduated from high school at 18. Maybe we could have used additional funding for him to do other things besides going to this technical program where we study using financial aid.
Start planning an early age, as early as 14. What is the career path that your child is going to have? Since early age, go to elementary school, we have to start not only working on academics, but functional skills, independence skills that will help them in the future when they're becoming adults or teenagers. This is something that will work since early age.
We thought a lot about what her interests, abilities, weaknesses were, both academic and socially, and which programs or career areas would motivate her most in her future life. We also tried to help her develop more independence. on a daily basis, not only through more activities and chores at home, and even having her write daily agendas to organize herself more, but we also tried to get her to ask more questions and make more decisions on a daily basis, more independent from us. It was not an easy process, and it's an ongoing process, but it is something that's important because at that level they do expect more independence from them than they do at a high school level.
Our culture is based on family unity, and we support each other. It can be a blessing in so many ways when we always sacrifice and make sure our kids get the best education.
I think that many Latino families, and I say we because I fall a little bit into that, sometimes we tend to forget that our children have capabilities and that they have dreams and goals that they want to do, and sometimes we tend to be very overbearing, very overcaring, and trying to fix everything for them, that by doing that is a hindrance because that self-advocacy piece gets missed, and also that communication aspect between the professionals, because the professional is going to be looking at the student to advocate for himself, and here is mom and dad saying, hey, no, this is what is supposed to happen for my child. I know what is best for him.
A tendency that us Hispanic parents have, because of our culture and upbringing, is that sometimes we overprotect our kids. Maybe kind of helicopter parents, if you will. It's important to have a balance where our kids feel loved and supported and understood, but also that they have enough confidence in their own decisions without feeling undue anxiety and having to check in with us all the time. And these are qualities that they have to have just in life in general, not only to succeed at the university level, but it is something that they struggle with and is difficult. So it's important for parents to keep this in mind and try to keep that balance.
So I have to say, in our family, and we're Puerto Rican, we're Spanish, we talk with our hands, we're very anxious and we're very energetic in a way, and so we do talk a lot and communicate, and we always ask, how was your day? We don't let them go when they just say, it was fine. Well, tell me what was fine about it. So we ask those questions and we kind of pull that out.
Knowing that they have parents that are very close to them and support them and love them unconditionally will help them to more easily take risks that they'll have to take and approach things that they might not be able to do perfectly without undue anxiety.
It's very important since early age to teach them those independent skills, because we don't want them to be dependent on us all their lives. We need to teach them how to develop those skills of self-independence and not to count on mom and dad to do everything for them.
I know each of our childs, they do have a strength. They do like something that they can be strong in that field and then go out to the workforce and be a good employee, depending on their skills and on their strengths.